Hello everyone, this is my second kind of classic Casio, but it isn't really that old, to be perfectly honest. This is Casio AMW320R, I believe. The module is a 2701 module. I think production of these started in 1992, but this I think is a very late release in the production run. Being the PVD coated ones, you don't really see. I do keep an eye out. I haven't really seen hardly any PVD coated ones pop up with the baton markers. So I think this was probably late 2008 release. Difficult to find out the exact date. There's plenty of information online because it is a watch associated with Arnold Schwarzenegger, who wore the early version, which has a champagne dial stainless steel case, in some movies, Kindergarten Cop and Last Action Hero. Sad thing about that is I remember those films coming out. But anyway, the earlier version of this watch, the push buttons were here. I think it had a different module. Then later, I think around 2000, both push buttons were on this side. Again, it took me a while to find this, and it wasn't without its faults when I received it. I had a problem with the analog hands would stop working, although the digital side would carry on working completely fine. I did replace the battery, and I contacted the seller and I said, look, I'm having this issue, and to be absolutely fair, he offered to take the watch back and refund me, but I wanted the watch, so I wasn't trying to get a reduction. I didn't ask for one. Just wanted to know if he'd experienced the same thing. It took a while to fix that, as I do with all the old watches I get. I do take them apart and clean them. I managed to sort of figure out that the problem lay in where the crown inserts into the movement. It's as you obviously pull it out, which would be a date position on a normal watch, that obviously hacks the movement. It was when you pushed it back in that was kind of not as positive as it should have been, I think, and it was kind of working, kind of not working. Took it apart again. I made sure all the contacts were clean, and I used alcohol to clean around that area where the crown inserts, and since I've done that, it's been absolutely fine. I've had no issues with it at all. This has got the same features as the other watch, the AMW or the AW505. It's got time, date, alarm, dual times and stopwatch. Again, this I managed to find this. It is in very good condition, as you can see. Didn't really have to do much to this apart from strip it down. I found that the mineral glass had kind of like a film on the inside, so although the actual mineral crystal itself is in excellent condition, I think there's a very small mark on that. Let me just rub those off. But again, the LED display is lovely and clear. All works perfectly well. The strap is a bit worn now. I've ordered a new one, the genuine Casio strap for it. It's taken me a while to do that. Is a watch that I'd wear. It's not that far off the size of this one, which is kind of the size of watch that I wear. Same strap. It's just this one is getting a bit what's the word, perished. I think the strap's very shiny, so I'm going to pop a new strap on it. The loom on the hands, original in its initial burst, is very good, but obviously does fade off. The loom on the markers is far less prominent than the hands, so Again, not a watch I'm going to use at night. It's just a nice looking watch, piece of history, really. Yeah, but not really that long ago, is it? 2008. So, but it was a watch that was in production for a long time. You see a lot of them being offered from America. I think it's a very popular watch there in that market. I'll just run through a few things. It's the module's 2701, applied batons on the watch face. I think the earlier versions prior to 2000 were the bezel or the chapter ring and the watch face was separate. On this it's all in one, kind of cost saving measure. It's black PV coated. It's got compass and minute markers on the bezel. It's unidirectional bezel, it go either way. It is quite light, to be honest, but it's not something that bothers me. I'm not going to pop it off to try and make it heavier or stiffer to move. Production started 1992. The earlier models I think were designated C with the opposed buttons. 2000 it became the 2000 or the 320R. So it's quite a sizable watch. It's 45mm in diameter with 50mm lug to lug. So it is a sizable watch, and it still retains a reasonable thickness, 11mm. So it's good. You can see the quality of the finish is still really good. So I don't think this watch has been abused in any way. I had to do a minimal amount of things to it, apart from get it running properly. Looking online, I don't think the movement itself on the module has got that great a reputation. A lot of people seem to be saying that it is a cheap movement, and compared to the 388 module, it certainly is. I have had it, I've replaced the battery in it, so, and the module certainly does look a lot cheaper than that one. I think production ceased in around 2008. It does say that it's 100 meters water resistant. Again, it's not something I'm going to put to the test. I have taken some outside shots of this, and I will do some close-ups. There's no marks on the dial at all, so I was really pleased to get this. Again, I didn't pay a lot for it. Well, I've seen some of the, so I was originally looking for a champagne dial one, but some of the prices they were offering, and the glass was scratched, the case was beaten up, and it looked dire, to be honest with you. And then this came along, the black PVD I hadn't seen before, so I think it really suits that strap. So I'll get the new strap on it as soon as it comes in. So the last thing I'd want to do is to lose the watch because the strap failed. I'll replace the pin bars at the same time with some good quality ones. I'll just pop that on my 7.5 inch wrist quickly so you can see how it looks. I do keep an eye out on the auction sites for Casios from this period in history. I think this one with a black colour scheme and the silver batons, I think it looks brilliant, to be honest. There's a few versions of this watch around. Again, if you're looking to get a watch from this period of time, my advice, just wait and find the best that you can for the money. Not only it makes life easier for yourself, but if you ever come to sell it, you're gonna have no issues selling it. You can see that the loom on it is really nice and white. The white, silver and black is a great contrast. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you later. I just thought I'd tag this on the end of the video. This is all the 3 watches of that period of time, the Casios that I own. It's like looking at an Argos catalogue from the 1990s, isn't it? Argos, if you're not watching in the UK, is kind of a catalogue store. Yeah, just thought I'd tag this on. Out of all these, my favourite, this definitely that one. As I said in the other video and this one, the module in this looks much cheaper compared to these two. I'm still on the lookout for the watch I had like this. I will pick one up sooner or later, but it's got to be at the right price and it's got to be in the right condition. Hope you enjoyed the videos. I'll see you soon.